Hello, my name is Melissa Garza and I will be presenting on my experience at the Stages of Struggle and Celebration exhibition by our very own university professors Sandra Mayo and Elvin Holt. I chose the second option of our final project, which is to participate in a multicultural experience. In attending the exhibition, I had to assimilate and observe a group of people where I am the minority. A little background on the exhibition. It captures the important legacies of the dramatic arts in a historical field that has paid most of its attention to Black musicians. So many of the plays and narratives incorporated in Mayo and Holt's research had never been heard of. After generations of being unacknowledged, Black theater found a voice through this published series. Considering there was a diversified group of people in attendance, I was a minority and a stranger to the narratives and issues of racial injustice displayed in Mayo and Holt's works. Also, although I'm a minority because I'm a Hispanic woman, I still don't have a tight grasp on the issues and influences, both positive and negative, that stem from racial and minority injustice. I decided to attend Mayo and Holt's exhibition to receive the multicultural experience I couldn't get by just reading journal articles or scrolling through Twitter. At first, I felt disconnected and out of place because, like I mentioned, I felt that I didn't really have a grasp on the issues at hand. How was I supposed to admire Mayo and Holt's research when I didn't understand the struggle of the Black community? I kept asking myself if it was even possible for me to make any sort of connection of a genuine understanding of racial injustice since I was a minority. Is the struggle of one's culture limited to one's respected ethnicity, or can other groups in society truly empathize? Does it really make a difference? After talking with Mayo and studying the core of Mayo and Holt's research, I was able to apply concepts from our readings as well as gain insight on the emotional and institutional turmoil that still exists today. In an effort to understand and analyze racial injustice in our social system, I centered this exhibition in 3 themes: assimilation, institutional discrimination, and dominant and minority relations. Struggles of assimilation are evident in that 1. There is a lack of literature involving Black theater, and 2. The contributions of Black performers are barely being discovered. Illustrated through Mayo and Holt's works, it becomes evident that traditional racial injustice of the 1960s has declined only to be replaced by modern racism. Although obvious and real improvements have been made since the 1960s, as African Americans can now gain political power by becoming president, many still struggle with poverty, unemployment, subtle racism, and persisting discrimination, segregating not only Black individuals but the rich culture, ideas, and contributions they've brought forth. Therefore, we have to ask ourselves, in regards to America's progress in assimilating the Black community, is the glass half empty or half full? Today, the urban underclass illustrates closed networks and racial exclusion as African Americans and other minority groups of color are marginalized and separated from the economic mainstream. Mayo and Holt illustrate this in their series as they discuss the lack of corporate and financial support for today's Black theater. For example, San Antonio's Black theater community is currently struggling to continue their performance because of their lack of funding. Like African Americans, Mexicans had little control over their destinies, their degree of acculturation, or even their survival as groups. Both racial groups were coercively acculturated in the context of paternalistic relations in an agrarian economy, and differentials of power are still present in today's industrialized society. Being Hispanic myself, this helps me clarify my emotional and academic understanding of the exhibition. Additionally, Mayo's research and comments on the obstacles African Americans are facing to be heard really solidified my modern understanding of racial injustice. Also, when asked about the misconceptions of the Black community, she made it clear that although African Americans share a culture and a history, that doesn't make them the same among every social institution. In adult education and any other discipline, it is imperative to have a multicultural perspective and competence for others. One way of exercising this would be through our research. Like Mayo and Holt, we can innovate each other's multicultural perspectives to give the silenced a voice and make our work not only applicable, but positively life-changing. As a researcher myself, this multicultural experience has expanded my knowledge, understanding, and curiosities of racial injustice. being the minority and having to really take a step back in order to analyze the struggle of Black culture and people, I am now able to apply these new concepts and understandings to future research, and I look forward to engaging in similar experiences to broaden my knowledge. Thank you for watching my presentation. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave a comment below.